Alright guys, so Richard Clock, this is a request for you, alright? So you had asked about my thought process when going through titles, making titles for my videos. Now, they center around certain things, alright? My titles around on my videos center around, obviously I realize I'm very gorgeous and I look very, very good. So they center around modeling, they center around what the best looking person is doing or what the best looking person is like. That kind of thing. They center around those themes a lot. I like to pick sexy words. I like to pick lucrative items for when I talk about items. So like Viper or Lamborghini has been in my titles. I like to choose things like that. For Melina, showgirl in Las Vegas, showgirl kind of thing, or damsel, or something sexy that goes with those kind of themes. All right. Now, the other thing I choose to do with my titles is I have a very, very good memory, especially when it involves my titles. I will never pick the same title twice because I have kind of in the back of my brain. If I've done a title before, I'm pretty certain I remember it pretty well, so I'm not gonna pick it again. So that's how I do well with that because I have 16,000 videos. So in order to pick a title you haven't chosen before, most people would forget, right? They'd think, well, how am I going to remember all those titles? My memory is very good. For other things, sometimes it's not the best, but my memory is very good for very, very many things. It's kind of like I've got a very, very, very good memory. So when it comes down to picking titles, I never pick a title twice. I never pick the same title twice. So there's that. Okay, that also comes into play when I'm picking a title. The other thing that comes into play when I'm picking titles, I try to pick something that's catchy that'll get people to watch even if they don't, like, a lot of people will not watch a video unless it's a famous person, right? So I try to pick titles that are going to be geared towards what people would click on if they didn't know that person existed. Because I'm not famous yet, so I need to have titles that are kind of like ones that people will just automatically go to if they're going to select a video to watch. That comes into play as well. Um, Another thing that comes into play, I like to choose masculine titles for Marco and feminine titles for Melina. That comes into play as well. I like to do now when it comes time for covers. I try to make sure I do sound good when I'm talking about the cover, but I'm not gonna make it my own. So I don't want people to think I'm stealing a cover. So I make sure that I make it I make sure I put the song title in there and the artist. I try to put both. If I don't know the song, I won't. But and then I'll put I usually know most of the songs, but and then I'll put kind of like that it's a cover, so people know that I'm not trying to steal it. All right, so that's sort of the thing that goes on with when I'm picking titles and all that. All right. So anyway, Richard Clock, I hope you enjoy. That kind of sums up what I pick for titles. I try to pick things that people will like to look at, and I try to pick something catchy as well. So something that's like people will repeat watching over and over again, and kind of like think, yeah, this is good. I love this title. It reminds me of this, or it reminds me of this great memory I have, or whatever. So I kind of pick titles like that as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Bye now.